Hello and welcome. So today's route is country to coastal. This is a pretty long one, 35 k's. It's a pretty brutal start. Straight out the gate there is a 50-meter hill, so not looking forward to that. The strategy for this will be go all out at the beginning, just get to the top of the hill with the group. So yeah, that's where the lighter guys can really make a dent in it right at the beginning. So yeah, got to be careful there. So after that there's a long period of descent, so that's a nice chance to recover, and then there's another hill, flat, another hill. So 3 hills overall, incline at the end, so that's going to be pretty tasty. So yeah, aim for this one, stick with the front group, see if I can contest the sprint finish at the end. So the hills will be a challenge, but just got to make sure I put the power down at the right times. So yeah, should be good. All right, I've got about 20 minutes to warm up, so let's get into it.
Right, so straight out the gate, we've got hill, so there's no rest whatsoever. You've got your typical Zwift, powerful start, and then 4-5% straight out the gate. So my goal for this bit is just to stick with the front group. Hills are my enemy and I hate them, so yeah, this is not nice for me, having to go pretty much all out straight out the box. So yeah, I'm managing to stick with them for now, but my heart rate is already like 170, and that is not where I want it to be for this. It's actually quite a long climb, to be honest. It just goes on and on. I'm pretty sure it's about 50 meters, so I've only got about 20 meters left. This group here almost gets away from me, so I have to really go for it just to stick with them. But this is way too much work for this early in the race, and it's tough right out the gate. Almost at the top, I'm having to put out around 300 to 400 watts just to stick with them. Heart rate is almost at 180 now, which is way too high. This is it. This is the top here. So finally a chance to relax, get to go down to about 200. Actually, I don't, because I almost get dropped again because some people decide to put down some mega power going down the hill for some reason. So yeah, having to work pretty hard here just to get back. This is a key moment, actually. They almost get away. I had to peak up to like 700, 800 watts there. Really having to work hard just to get back into this group, but I managed to do it. So yeah, I managed to stick with this group, and now hopefully now I can actually have some respite, but I keep dropping to the back, having to surge, so not ideal. Not good racing from me. I just want to try and stick calmly in this pack. So onto the flatter ground now. This is a nice chance to recover for me. It's not completely flat, there's still like a few ups and downs, but it's much better than just the constant gradient from before. So riding through the Japanese countryside here, this is one of the new routes they recently added, so I've never done this one before. I did look at the course profile, but that's all I really know about it, so I'm not sure when exactly the hill will start. So yeah, just taking it easy now, heart rate pretty low, not having to do much work. It's quite a nice relaxing one right now. So the next like 20 minutes is just me sitting in this pack, so let's fast forward to something more interesting. Alright, so we're 15 kilometers in now, and this is where the start of the second hill is. So you can see the group starting to get split up already quite early. I tried to push to get back into it, and now it sort of forms back again. But now some people at the front decide to go off the front really early, and I cannot react quick enough, and it's already just so split. I should really have put way more power down at this point, but I wanted to pace myself for the whole hill, knowing how long it was. But yeah, obviously climbing isn't my strong suit, so I knew I'd probably get dropped at this point, so I'm not too disappointed with it. I just need to work on losing the weight and trying to get more of a 5-minute power going. So yeah, we form a second group here with the 6 of us, so yeah, almost at the top of this hill now. Heart rate 182, still trying to push like 400 watts just to keep up with them. But yeah, that's the top of the hill, and it's time to chillax a bit. So that's the second of the 3 hills done, so it's another chance now just to get my breath back. My heart rate is still so high, 179 is way too much, so just going to take it easy now, sit in with these guys, try not to do any work at all. Alright, let's speed it up a bit. So this route has loads of different surfaces, but from what I heard, the tarmac and the sand have the same rolling resistance, so you don't need to worry about what bike you choose really. So even this bit here, which looks like it would be something different, is just tarmac basically. So that doesn't really make much sense, but that's just Zwift for you, so I'm not really sure what they're trying to do there. So I've got some good recovery in now. My heart rate is around 150, which is so much better than it was before. So taking it easy now so I can save some energy for the final hill. I do sort of surge a bit here, which is a bit of a waste of energy really. So yeah, not the best racing. This group is sort of attacking and slowing down. It's a bit of a strange dynamic going on here. Not really sure what to make of that. What's also quite weird is there's 6 of us on the road, but in the scoreboard on the right hand side there's only 2 other C-class riders. So I'm not sure who these other people are. Maybe there's someone from a different category we've caught up with, or they've caught up with us. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. It's a bit weird. It would be nice if the Zwift developers could make that a bit more sensical. Anyway, we are coming into the final 1.5 kilometers, and this is where everything starts to fall apart. So the group's taking it pretty easy. I'm doing like 100, 150 watts. We're really just getting ready for the final sprint finish. And I make the stupid decision to try to change the music. So I get my phone out, not really paying attention to what's going on in the race. I think we've got 1.4 Ks to go. No one's gonna bother doing anything, and they just go off, and I'm not really reacting at all. So yeah, this is an absolute rookie error here. Zwift racing, you need to keep your eyes on the screen at all times. So now I sort of decided to like start to chase them back, and it's way too late at this point. They're so far ahead. I'm having to do like 400 watts just to try and get with them. We've only got 1.1 kilometers to go, so yeah, this is an absolute mare of a finish. So I'm already burning all my matches just to try and catch up with them, and this is absolutely hurting me. Heart rate is like 170, just not good at all. So I managed to get back with them, but it's a pretty big effort to do so. So yeah, final sprint, 0.5 Ks to go. Don't really have much left in the tank. It's a bit of a weird one here because it's a sort of a hill before the final finish. So 500 meters to go, and because it's up a hill, this last 500 meters feel like an absolute eternity. Really struggling to get the cadence up here because it's just a long drag. It's not that nice here. It flattens out, and then there's one final incline right at the end.
Oh, come on! Alright, pretty tough race. I expected it to be hard because of the punchy hills at the beginning and in the middle. I got up the first one, managed to stick with front group, but the second one, the group split quite early and I just couldn't stick with them. Managed to stay with the sort of managed to stay with the second group for the rest of the race and had a alright sprint there at the end. Not really a sprint, it's like a 5-second push. But yeah, I just pipped that guy at the end, which is quite nice. I almost really messed that one up. I was trying to change songs for the final sprint, and then when I was looking at my phone, they just went for it, so I had to claw that back in. So yeah, that wasn't ideal. I reckon I probably, just silly mistakes. I should have set that up earlier in the race before we even got close to sprint finish. Anyway, I'm gonna take the weekend off and then back on it on Monday. If you want to join, follow me on Zwift, Instagram. I'll put the race I'm doing in a pinned comment down below, so feel free to come and join. That's Monday. It'll be Monday morning for me, so I think America time it'll be Sunday evening. England time it'll be sort of like midnight. So yeah, I'm gonna do some races which are in the evening for me, so it'll be England morning time. So if some other people want to join, then yeah, follow me and we can get racing together. All right, that's it for me for today. Gonna have a nice break on the weekend and then see you next week. All right, laters.